Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today, look at this color combo, baby. Yes, we are ready for the spring, for the summer. And guess what? This is a really easy color combo that I did. And guess what I used? Rit clothing dye. Yes, this is something I've been using forever, like for hair shows, like when I used to compete in like fantasy competitions. It saved me a whole lot of money and it don't take much. Let's get into this video. Okay, so we're going to be using Rit clothing dye to color this wig. This wig was already previously lightened to a white, and I show you how to do that on my YouTube. So make sure you guys check out those videos. I show you different ways how to get this hair white. That's going to give me a clean white canvas so that when I deposit my colors are bright and true to its tone. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and section off the hair. You have to plan your work and work your plan. So I'm gonna put it in 4 quadrants. This way I can show you how we're going to deposit this color. Now in the back quadrant, I'm gonna go in with the blue and the coral, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. First, we're gonna do a test with the blue because I'm trying to decide what blue I want to use. So you see it only took like a drop. Now I'm gonna dip it just for a test, and I figured I don't want to use this blue, so I'll probably go with another blue. I have me some more water going, and I'm going to use this aquamarine. The aquamarine turned out better for me, so I think I want to use this one along with that coral. And basically just a little drop. Like, you're gonna keep this for a long time. It's gonna last longer than hair color. I actually went in and I did another test, and I like this blue better. Not sure why it's not showing up that well on camera, but this was the better blue for me. Now I'm gonna go in, and I decided that I'm going to actually start in the root. I'm not going to color the end. Now this back quadrant is going to be blue at the root. I'm going to leave a little section in between so that I don't have the colors colliding or mixing. So you will see me do that here. So you can actually let this sit for a couple seconds if you feel like you want to get it a little darker. Now I'm going to go up that entire quadrant, making it blue from the root to the mid section. I'm going to leave the ends because I want to have that's going to be coral. And as you see here, I'm drying it so that it doesn't bleed down because I want that bottom portion to be coral. So you're pretty much going to do the same thing. Everything is repetitious in this quadrant right now. And you see I'm just dipping it down in there and it's coloring by itself. So you want to do this on that whole section. If you feel like the water is cooling down, you can add a little bit more hot water and just a little bit more of the Rit. And look at me, I'm using my brush. If you feel like it is leaving a line of demarcation, just get in there with your brush, and that way you can like kind of create a blend. Also here, if you want to get closer to the root, you notice I'm doing the same thing with that brush. I'm going in and just adding it. Okay, so I actually finished my first section. On the next section, we're going to color the ends. This is the sequence that we're doing, and you will see it as we get to the top how this is going to work. So I'm actually going to go in and color the ends because the root on this side is going to be coral. But what we're doing first is we're trying to do it in an organized manner so that, you know, it all flows. So I want to go ahead and color all my blue areas first. Okay, so notice the pattern. It's almost like a checkerboard. You see that? Those white areas are going to be coral though. Now we just need to do the 2 sections in the top. If you notice here, we're going to do the opposite. One side will be blue at the root and the other side will be coral at the root. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna part off a section in the middle, because when I color this top portion, and you'll see me do it, the hair is gonna be a little lighter here. That way it'll give some dimension, and you'll better get a good idea when you actually see me do it in this video. I'm also going to give some dimension around the hairline, so I'll part that off and put a braid and section it. All right, so I want to continue to finish all my blue because we already mixed up all the blue and we don't want to waste it. So let's just complete all our blue areas. So that top portion that is going to be blue at the root, I'm going ahead and I'm doing that. And you see I'm going in with the brush so that I can create a actual blend. I don't want it to have a line of demarcation, so you'll see me doing it. And it's just really easy. I don't have to leave it in there long, but I am taking my towel and I'm drying it because I don't want it to drip down and bleed onto the white hair. Okay, so that root area on that actual left side is blue, so that means on the opposite side the bottom ends have to be blue. So it's the sequence that we're doing, guys. So if you notice, we made a actual sequence so that we can create this color. So here, this is the front portion where I left that hair out along the hairline, and you will see how we're going to do it opposites. The front hairline part will be blue on one side, and it will be the actual coral on the other side. You'll have a better view once I remove this out of this colored water. Okay, so once I take it out, you will see exactly where this placement is. It's right across the front of the hairline on the right side. Just to give a little bit more dimension, now I have one little last section to do blue. We wanted to complete all the blue since the blue is already mixed up. That way we don't have to go to waste, and we're working in some type of order. So now I only need to color the end part on the actual right side blue, and then we'll start to color the areas that need to be colored coral. And don't forget, you can use your brush if you feel like you're getting a line of demarcation. You can stroke upward or just go in sporadically so that you can create a little blend. Okay, so now that we have all our sequence for blue completed, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you what I wanted to do to the top portion. So I wanted to create some dimension at the top. So I want to, half of this will be coral, half of it will be blue, but I don't want it to be dark. So I want it to have so it'll look like a little highlight. So I'm taking just some clear water, adding a little bit of our old blue to that clear water. Half of that side and the top is going to be a lighter blue. Okay, that way when it lays over top of the existing blue, it will look like highlights. So follow me on this. This way you will be able to see it, once it's totally complete. And you should have noticed it, in my beginning video where I was speaking, and you can see the top portion was a lighter color. I'll put that up here. Okay, so now we're ready to go in with our rich coral color. And now I'm just doing the areas that I didn't color, the areas that I left white. You can test it. If it's not light or dark enough, you can, make the adjustments with either adding water or adding more red. So now that I have the color exactly how I want it to be, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start with my coral. I'm basically doing the same thing, guys. If you feel like you're going to have a line of demarcation, you can go in and use a brush like you saw me do with the blue. And you can actually let it sit for a few minutes. It doesn't have to sit long because it really takes really well just from dipping it. Now I'm just doing all the areas opposite of the blue. Now I'm going in, you see me doing the area where I needed to go at the top, closer to the root. I'm not doing the roots, I'm leaving the roots white. I was okay with that. And you notice here, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm just filling in the areas that didn't get colored blue. So everything is just in a really good sequence. It makes everything run smoother. You can get this in here so much faster just by having a plan. Now, if you notice, I left the midsection white, and that just keeps the, I think it's cute too because those two colors won't collide. Make sure that when you remove it out each time, you have a towel right by you so that you can towel dry it really well. Once you're done, you can actually just, I probably wouldn't shampoo it. I probably would rinse it well and just condition it. Rinse it with cold water. So now I'm at the top portion where I wanted to dilute it, because remember, we're going to have the top portion a little lighter. One side I did a light blue, the other side I'm doing a lighter coral. That way when it lays over the top, it looks like I have highlights. Okay, so after I rinsed it with cool water, and now I'm just going to comb the hair into the shape that I'm going to wear it. It's a middle part. And I'm just going to put it under the dryer and let it dry. Okay, so this is what it looks like dry. You can see I had a little break in between the two colors. That way they don't collide. This is what it looked like. I kind of bumped it a little bit so you guys can see like how the color came out. It looks like it's been painted on, but this was just merely watercolored in red clothing dye, and it turned out really well. Like, this is something that you can do, or you can just do one color. Like, you don't have to do all these colors, but I really try to, you know, open your mind to, you know, new things. Okay, so I'm just going in with some curls. Sometimes I'll curl my wig before I put it on. I don't know why. It just, to me, I just feel like it gives me a better idea where I'm going. And even if I have to add more curls after it's on, that's fine for me. But this is just something that I do to, you know, just so I can see my vision. All right, so she's all curled. I'll probably do a little bit more to it, but this is just some regular curls. I'll probably like straighten the ends as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my lace tint. I always like to actually take a brush to put my lace tint in. I'm gonna be using our Bold Hold lace tint. I'm using the caramel, and what I like to do when I'm using like lighter hair like this where it's white at the root, or just even a light color wig, I don't like to just spray mine in. I like to actually take like a makeup brush and kind of like wipe it in. And you'll see me do that on other videos as well. So I take my brush and actually like dip it in there, and then I will brush it along the hairline. Okay, so I'm taking that Bold Hold lace tint. I'm using a makeup brush, and I'm just brushing it on because I don't want to spray it on. I don't want the tint to get on the white hair. So I'm just brushing it on, and it does really fine like this. Okay, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to use my Bold Hold Liquid Gold. This is a temporary hold that we sell at our website at www.thehairdiagram. I love doing the glueless install. This product does not contain any toxins. It doesn't have DMDM. It doesn't have any alcohol, and it's super safe. Plus, I really am not going to have this wig on long, so I did not want to glue it. But this is a very great hold. It holds just like a glue, and a lot of customers will tell you that in the comments. They love the liquid gold because it gives you the hold as a glue, but it's not a glue. Okay, so here I decided I wanted to look a little bit more beachy. I didn't really want to do the curls. So I'm just straightening the ends. It'll give it a little bit more rugged and worn look. You know, that is a look and it's cute. So you will see here, I'm just flat ironing the tips. Too easy. Too easy. Y'all can do this. Don't be in the comments talking about that's too much work, because it's not. It's easy. It's only as hard as you make it. And baby, you're gonna save a whole lot of money using the wig. Hope you guys enjoyed that quick tutorial on how to color using Rit clothing dye, baby. This is something like super easy that anybody can do. You don't have to do a color combo. You can just go in and just do one color. I just want to be creative and give you guys options and give you like some ideas on things that you can do. Please comment, share, and make sure you subscribe below.